Zoom webinars are one of the best ways to engage your broader community and draw awareness to your product. Today, we're going to talk about all the logistics about hosting really delightful Zoom webinars. Let's get started. If you're hosting any sort of online Zoom event, there are really 3 stages you have to be thinking about: before the event, during the event, and after the event logistics. We're going to break those down step by step. First, let's start off with all the things you need to be thinking about before your event even starts. You'll probably want to start off by ironing out all the details that you're going to want for this event, including name, description, who it's going to be made for, when you're going to host it, and anything else that comes to mind. Next, you'll actually want to create some sort of page to collect registrations. And once you've received those registrations, you'll want to make sure that you're sending out reminders or some sort of calendar invite so they don't forget. During the event, you'll want to find ways to make it incredibly engaging. Again, webinars are so much more fun if you can find a way to make it interactive. Use polls, ask questions to the audience, start off with some funky music. Whatever it is, make sure that it doesn't blend in with all the other webinars out there. After the event, you'll probably want to follow up with your guests with some important information, including some sort of call to action, one-time offer. For those that didn't attend, you might want to share the recording. And lastly, you might want to be collecting feedback through some sort of survey. Most people are actually surprised by how much work goes into all the logistics surrounding the Zoom webinar. So you really have a couple options of how to deal with all of this work. Option number 1 is to do it manually. So essentially that means to create some sort of Google form, to collect registrations, schedule some sort of reminder, and then follow up manually with all the guests afterwards. You also need to make sure you track attendance to make sure who you're following up with and you're giving them the right targeted message. Option number 2 is to use a virtual event manager to help automate a lot of that logistics and save you time. The one that we recommend is obviously virtually. So we're going to jump into a demo now and show you how you can use Zoom webinars plus virtually to supercharge your Zoom events. All right, so here we are in Zoom. I'm going to go ahead and click My Account. And for creating a webinar, I'm just going to go over here to Webinars. I'm going to go ahead and schedule a webinar. So let's go ahead and call this my webinar. I can include some description here, schedule it in for, I don't know, let's do it this upcoming Saturday from noon, an hour. We won't make it recurring, but it's definitely something you could do. And I'll go ahead and just scroll down here. Let's automatically record this webinar. So we definitely want to make sure that we have the capability of accessing this recording and sharing it to people who weren't able to make it live. So let's go ahead and enable it. And aha, there we are. And we'll do this in the cloud. Go ahead and hit schedule. And there we go. We have our webinar link down here. I'm going to copy this. And now we're going to go over to Virtually. So Virtually is the platform that can help handle all the logistics around your webinar, including collecting registrations, sending out reminders, calendar invites, surveys, and so much more. So I'm going to go ahead and click New Event right here. And I'll copy over my webinar details, even including some description. Here is a description. So again, this is set for Saturday at noon. Go ahead and change this noon to 1 p.m. Great. Let's go ahead and require registration. And in terms of Zoom, if you want to do a Zoom call, you can use Virtually's native Zoom integration to schedule a Zoom call. But since we're going to be doing a webinar, we're actually going to say choose your own, and we're going to paste in our Zoom link. So that's the Zoom link right here. I'll go ahead and choose the Google Calendar I want to push it to, and we will turn reminders on. So anybody who registers for this event will receive a reminder 10 minutes before the event starts. And then what's really powerful is this post-session feedback survey. So if you want to send a survey to only those people who attended this event, you can check this toggle right here. It'll ask for a 5-star rating as well as any additional comments. So this is really great if you want that qualitative feedback about the events you're hosting. Let's go ahead, hit next. We can preview our event right here. We'll go ahead and create event. Now that we've created our event, we can head over to this calendar tab right here. And within there, we should be able to see our upcoming events. And my webinar is right here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is copy registration link. And we can head on over to this registration link right here. And I'll go ahead and register for this event. So I'll just do ishtest.com, show you what this looks like. And ta-da, I've registered for the event. So this is the link you can share directly with all your attendees on social media, on email. And once they register for an event, they will be opted in for reminders, as well as a survey if they actually attend the event. They can also add to calendars. So if I wanted to make sure I don't forget about this event, I can add it to my calendar right here. I'm just going to go create an event on my calendar. And another great perk of Virtually is that you will also get access to really powerful insights and analytics about exactly who's attending your live events. And that data can very quickly be distilled into reports that can be exported to an external CRM or database. For more additional resources around Zoom webinars, virtual event managers, Virtually, check out the description for more relevant links. I hope you found this video helpful. And with that, this is Ish signing off.